You're absolutely going to love this sandwich. Crispy, delicious, pressed Cuban sandwich here at Barbecue My Way. Let's get rolling on this. All right, real quickly before we get into putting the sandwiches together, let's go through what you need. You don't need a lot. You need Cuban bread, which you probably can't find where you are, so I used hoagie buns, which worked beautifully. You use pork. I used smoked pulled pork, but sometimes you can braise and cook your pork indoors, which is fine, but this gives it a really nice flavor. You'll need dill pickles. You'll need a nice Swiss cheese. You'll need some Grey Poupon type mustard or just brown mustard, spicy kind of mustard, and you'll need some ham that's been slivered thinly. So let's get rolling. Let's assemble a Cuban. All right, first thing we're gonna do is carve up this hoagie. What I try to do when they're pretty thick hoagie buns is take a little bit of the middle out, and the reason is I just don't want just as much bread as a hoagie provides. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but for me, I just like to do it. It kind of makes the sandwich a little bit more manageable. We save this bread for a beautiful breakfast casserole that's just delicious. All right, so layering of flavors. The first is hitting both the top and the bottom with that nice brown spicy mustard. Make sure you spread it out. That's something my wife taught me very early, is when you're spreading something on a sandwich, get it to every part of the bread. I think of my wife every time I spread something on a sandwich. All right, dill pickle. It's really, this sandwich has a lot of great different flavors, saltiness and spiciness and smokiness. It's just awesome. Now we're going to hit the bottom layer with some Swiss cheese. They kind of call this a glorified ham and cheese. Now we're going to hit it with the ham, and I'm going to use, I've had this sliced pretty thin, so I'm going to use 3 pieces of ham. Now this sandwich is a hearty sandwich. Don't be thinking you'll find this on the Weight Watchers diet, or any diet for that matter. So we've got that. Now comes the smoked pork. Again, I use smoked pork because I have it, and I love the smoky flavor, and the ham's kind of smoky too, so it really works well together. The original recipes that I've come across call for a braised pork shoulder, but I do a hickory smoked shoulder, and I think it's awesome. So there you go. We're going to hit it a few more pickles. Now, as I told you, this is a pretty layered sandwich. The key is to do this without it tumping over. That's the art of it. Now we're going to hit it with another bit of Swiss cheese. Now we're putting the top on it and press it on down, because we're going to be pressing it when we grill it. Here we go. I've already fixed one and I've had a bite, and it's freaking awesome. Anyway, what I've done is I've applied a little olive oil to both sides of the sandwich. This is where I have to kind of improvise, because we don't have any bricks, or we decided not to use a panini machine because most people probably don't have one. So you just set the sandwich, press it down, put a big old pan on top, and I've got a towel in there because I have to use sugar as my weight. So we're going to put the sugar in there. It's a 5-pound bag of sugar. We're going to press down, making sure that the force is directly down, because if it's off kilter, or if the sandwich is slightly off kilter, it'll all shift on you and you've got a real problem. So particularly with this first go around, you want to make sure that everything's kind of symmetrical and balanced. So I'm giving it a little bit of pressure while I'm doing this. Oh, the French fries are done. Real healthy meal we're having tonight. And we're going to give this about 4 minutes or so, and then we'll be done, and we'll be turning it. I've taken the sugar weight and the pot or pan off, and now we're going to turn it. And I'm going to eat that little piece of pork there. What compressing it does is it just makes it crispier and a little denser, and it does speed up the process too. So we're going to add this, Press down a little bit. And we'll be ready to serve a nice little Cuban here. All right, here we go. Here's the first Cuban I've done. And now here's the second. These are awesome. You've got to give them a try. Let's have a beauty shot. All right, I've already had a few bites here. It's crunchy. The flavors just go so well together. You've got to give this sandwich a try. Trust me, it's awesome. You've never had anything like it. See you later.